On today's very special episode of Big Al's Garage, how to handle yourself during a traffic stop. How y'all doing? And welcome to another installment of Big Al's Garage. Today, I want to talk about something a little bit more serious. That is traffic stops, and more importantly, how to conduct yourself if you are stopped by the police. How you handle yourself during a traffic stop can make the difference between getting a nasty ticket, getting a small break, or even getting off with a warning. So, I know as car guys, a lot of us kind of like to see the police as the bad guys out there to ruin our fun and give us tickets, and that's not the case. The police go out there, they put their lives on the line every day to keep us safe. Yes, I do think that traffic enforcement in this country tends to prioritize revenue generation over actually maintaining the safe and efficient flow of traffic, but that is another topic for another day, and that's no fault of the officers who are out there doing their jobs. So, here, what's what you do. If you're pulled over, you see the officer coming up behind you with the lights on, give a wave, let him know that you see him, and make your way over to the shoulder, the right-hand shoulder. If you're on a freeway, don't stop in the median. This will make the officer angry. Roll both your passenger and driver's side windows down, then turn the ignition off, throw the keys up on the dashboard so that the officer knows you're not going to try to make a run for it. The reason I say open both windows, that sometimes they come to the passenger side, sometimes they come to the driver's side. It depends on the department. I know here in South Carolina, the state troopers like to come to the passenger side. I've also had them come to the driver's side. That way you're good either way. Then you place your hands on the steering wheel and you leave them there. Now, one other thing I forgot to mention, if it's dark out, turn your dome light on. Remember, that officer doesn't know the situation they're about to walk up to. They're going to be on edge. So everything you can do to put their mind at ease and let them know that you are not going to hurt them is going to work in your favor. If you put the dome light on and they can see into your car, that's going to put their mind at ease. That's also why you keep your hands on the steering wheel where the officer can see them. When the officer gets to your car, now, he's going to say, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" The answer is always no. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I am not giving legal advice. I'm simply telling you, don't admit to anything. If you say yes, then you've just about shot your chances of fighting the ticket. So the answer is no. And in South Carolina, if you are carrying a firearm in the passenger compartment, which you can legally do with a concealed weapons permit, with your hands on the steering wheel, again, you say, "Officer, I have a concealed weapons permit. I am carrying a concealed handgun. It is located in the glove compartment. What would you like me to do?" Then you listen for the officer's instructions. The officer will ask you probably for your license, registration, and proof of insurance. I keep these documents in a little folder, or actually it's made out of a wallet thingy that's made out of plastic and recycled fire hoses. It lives in my center console in my daily driver, and my glove box in the Corvair. Again, hands still on the steering wheel. "Officer, my documents are in the center console, and my license is in my wallet in my front pocket. May I please get them?" Or wait for the officer's instructions. Keep your hand visible. Get those documents out, get your license, and hand them to the officer. You may be tempted to try and grab them before he's walked up on your car. Don't do that. Keep your hands visible. Put the officer's mind at ease, like I said. Be courteous to the officer and be respectful. That is a big one. Now, a lot of cops, they're used to people mouthing off to them, being rude to them. Don't do that. If you're courteous to them, it'll be refreshing to them. and they're more likely to give you a break, possibly. If you want to be shown respect, you have to show respect. You show the officer respect, the officer will more than likely show respect to you. Give the officer your documents. At that point, the officer will take your stuff back to his or her cruiser, run your license, run your plates, make sure you don't have any warrants out. Oh, they're going to tell you why they pulled you over also. I forgot that step. At which point you say, okay. And then you would hand your stuff over. When they're going to run your license, at that point, that's when they're going to decide whether or not to give you a ticket. Most of the time, if they pull you over, they haven't quite 100% decided if they're going to write you or let you off with a warning. And that's why how you conduct yourself is super critical. If the officer does give you a ticket, you say, okay, thank you, have a nice day, and save it for the judge. Don't argue with the officer. At that point, you either can decide to go to court, fight it yourself, or upload it to one of those apps like Ticket Clinic or Off the Record and let them fight it for you, or pay it, whatever you choose to do at that point. Again, I can't give you legal advice. I am not a lawyer. Or the officer could choose to let you off with a warning or a reduced fine. Again, thank you, have a nice day. Ask the officer if you are free to go if they don't tell you so already. Doing those things can help reduce your likelihood of getting a ticket. Now, if you have something like a radar detector in your car, that's probably going to negate all these strategies. They're going to see that and think, oh yeah, I know why you've got that, to deliberately speed. So just take the ticket, take your lumps, and go fight it in court. Don't argue with the cop on the side of the road. Keep your hands visible at all times. Don't make any sudden movements. Don't do anything to frighten the officer. You don't want to get shot. You don't want to get tasered. You want to keep the officer's mind. I've said that about 5 times. I know I tend to repeat myself on these videos. I know some of you in the audience are probably thinking, oh, you bootlicker, this, that, and the other thing. You know what? Go ahead. Mouth off to the cops. See where it gets you. Just makes it easier for me when I'm courteous and respectful to the officer. I'm simply trying to help you have I'm not going to say good experience, because getting pulled over is not a good, less bad experience. So go on, drive safely, and follow these steps if you are pulled over. I hope you will like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next episode.